something I've been digging into in my own life is the concept of failure and learning from failure. And I think a lot of people, failure is still looked upon as a negative connotation and a negative word, but I feel, at least with me, that it's been good for my learning. Like, I've made a couple of really bad mistakes as a coach already, and I tell you what, they eat away at you far more as a coach than they did as a player. But have you had any mistakes or failures that have set you up for later success that you can think of?
Yeah, I think I'll look back at my time at the Reds, which I absolutely enjoyed. But if I look back now, we had Stolzy, who was head coach, was his first year as head coach, and Shane Arnold and myself were the assistants, and it was our first time doing Super Rugby. So it was basically three new people into their positions looking after a Super Rugby team, and it was all great. We got on really well, and we ripped in. But again, the year was up and down. We had some really good performances and then some poor performances, but the Reds had come through a pretty turbulent period the previous, 5-6 years, where they turned over a lot of head coaches. So the club was in a rush to get success pretty quickly. And Shane and I, we'll have a beer now and talk about it. Like, we literally were just surviving week to week at that stage. And I look back to how we coached, and I don't think we coached anywhere near to our ability that we should have, because we were young. We're so worried about everything that we just spoke about, the results and the media and the board presence and all of that type of stuff. And it was hectic. And in the middle of the year, mate, it was probably one of the toughest years that I've had, to be honest. But I look back now and I wouldn't change it, because what it builds is a tougher skin. You drop that naivety with your coaching at that level. It gives you resilience. I think that's a word that's thrown around a fair bit at the moment. But to have resilience, you've got to have failure, because if you don't have failure, how can you build resilience? To me, it's a two-way street. So I look back at that year, and mate, that's put some concrete, in all of the stuff that went through that time.